Russia lays claim to Alaska and huge swaths of Asia as Vladimir Putin issues a new decree. Now, concerning Alaska, the United States purchased Alaska with the Alaska Purchase. It saw the Russian Empire transfer Alaska to the United States for a sum of $7.2 million in the year 1867, and this is on the lower left-hand side what you're looking at there. The Alaska Purchase. On May 15 of that year, the United States Senate ratified a bilateral treaty that had been signed March 30th, and American surrender became legally effective across the territory on October 18. Russian America, settled by merchants and fur trappers who expanded through Siberia, and they arrived in Alaska back in 1732. And in 1799, the Russian-American company RAC received a charter to hunt for fur. No colony was established, but the Russian Orthodox Church sent missionaries to the natives and built churches there. And about 700 Russian enforced their sovereignty in the territory over twice as large as Texas. That's how huge Alaska is. So Putin wants this. The new edict a few days ago affects all of Moscow's historic holdings across 3 continents, including former imperial colonies in the United States. I wonder what the United States is going to say about this. Russia has laid the groundwork for expanding its soft power across North America and Asia with new decrees Vladimir Putin signed last week. The new order provides funds to search, register, and provide legal protection to Russian properties abroad, including land and buildings located in former Russian Empire and Soviet Union territories. Well, former Russian Empire, of course, the thing is, though, they sold it. They had a lot of debt at that time where they were coming out of war, and they were cash-strapped. Now, among the areas affected by the new decree is, as we said, Alaska, which was sold to the United States in 1867 and still hosts communities with close links to Russia. Parts of the Central and Eastern Europe, Scandinavia, as well as large chunks of Asia were also once part of the former empire. However, the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, pointed out that the exact parentage of what constitutes current or historical Russian property are unclear. ISW researchers have suggested that Moscow could exploit the new decree to exercise claims over the property to destabilize neighbors. They said the Kremlin may use the protection, quote-unquote, of its claimed property in countries outside of its internationally recognized borders to forward soft power mechanisms in post-Soviet and neighboring states, ultimately aimed at internal destabilization. The Russian Foreign Ministry will be in charge of locating and registering all affected property alongside the Foreign Property Management Enterprise for it to be protected, they said. Putin has reiterated he has no interest in staking a claim over Alaska, but supporters of the regime have repeatedly suggested the U.S. state could play a pivotal role in delivering a blow to the United States. The ultra-nationalist Two Majors Telegram channel suggested Alaska could be only the first territory to be targeted in a campaign aimed at reclaiming former Russian territories. The channel's moderators wrote, "We suggest starting with Alaska." They then said Moscow could shift its focus to Dnieper, Ukraine, Bessarabia, the Grand Duchy of Finland, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, the Central Asian states of Russian Turkestan, and most of the Baltic provinces, and a significant part of Poland. They said property can be searched both in the German Democratic Republic and in other Warsaw Pact countries, they said. An expedition of combat legal defenders has already set out for Africa, while the ISW dismissed suggestions Alaska could be reclaimed by Russia. They suggested the ultranationalist community could exploit the plans to foment anger at the Russian government. Putin has faced widespread criticism over his failure to deliver on his goals in Ukraine and to greenlight mass mobilization to push back on Ukraine's defense forces. And this is on Express UK by Aurora Bossetti. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.